Hey, warm welcome everyone. Let me know how the audio is. Welcome to CRF3 round 4. We'll be driving at Autodromo Nazionale Monza, also known as the Italian Grand Prix. As I see that the CRF3 logo isn't popping up. So good thing that we're here early and or the drivers haven't readied up in time. So we have time to fix these small things. Is the mic crackling? I don't know, you tell me. Radiation went down. I have no idea what you mean. But we're here. More drivers than usual here in Tier 3. I think there'll be 13 drivers today. So that's nice to see. As I'll quickly fix this in the meantime. Oops. There you go. That is what we wanted to see. With our sponsors, do check them out. There's some great companies. NordVPN, the most reliable VPN, obviously. As we are taking our time to get ready. A huge shout out to KF1, just because. And let's hope that there's some audio. Can you guys let me know if you can hear the audio of the game? Which is the weird background music, I guess, of the lobby. Alright. And is the mic better now as well? Ooh, my predictions. That's a tough one. Posted has been talking himself up a bit. I think that he has some decent pace, and I know that there's a few places where he can create some nice track, some nice track limits or lack thereof. So I'm expecting a good result from him. Timo's back after a week away, although he's not driving for Haas anymore. He's now a reserve since he is the new manager. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. What do you think, Sibbles? Who's gonna take it? Nah, no sass here. I just know Posted has some interesting ways around a track. You know, they're fast, but you know, I'm not sure if they're very legal. All in good fun, obviously, as I see that the... Oh, I know what I did wrong. Alright. But, there we go. It's back. I know where we aren't readying. We're supposed to start at 9. We're at 9:07, so I guess we'll have to be entertained by the lobby screen for now. Just like last week, there has been some conversation of people changing their driver numbers, so the overlays might work, they might not work. We're gonna find out in just a few minutes, I reckon. And let's publicly shame whoever doesn't or hasn't changed their number. Then again, there are some new drivers here, so some people might not be aware. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Oh yeah, Twifo definitely, but I don't think he's driving. I think Twifo's not here, right? I think Twifo had some game issues, so he won't be driving today. Unfortunately. It's just his long con to keep McLaren higher up in the standings by not driving for Williams, because he's just too fast. So if he doesn't drive for Williams, there's more points for McLaren. Oh, he is joining, okay. Well, never mind. Now he is here. So I guess if he is driving, then that's gonna be good for Williams. But anyway, as we will ready up, I'm gonna take a few minutes here just to get the overlays working, and hopefully when we're back we'll be ready for qualifying. So stay with us for a bit, and we'll be starting anytime soon. Alright, welcome. Let's see if this shit is working. On board with Tufo. Let's see if that is actually true. It is. Look at this. The overlays. It's working. Bet. Well, not everything's working though. So that's not great. Game spikes. Alright, bet. One sec. Appreciate you letting me know. It should be better like this. I also turned my microphone down a lot because it was bad. On board it's a lot worse than here though. Sorry. Alright. One thing isn't here that's unfortunate, one of the overlays isn't working at the moment. Is it in-game or the microphone that's popping? I'm guessing it's also partially my PC having a blast as we see Popmere going to a 120.7. Very good for him so far. Yeah, not everything working perfectly, but you know, crushing it. But is it my microphone or is it the in-game audio? Because it was better earlier, you said, right? It's gotta be the mic. I'm not surprised. Alright, let me quickly turn the track map on. That would be pretty handy. Oh. There you go. Yeah, it's gotta be canned. Unlucky. I don't really know how to fix my microphone, to be honest. I don't know where the crackling is coming from. Is it just because it's too loud? Because I can just put it down like this. I don't know how this is now. As there's a lot of laps already in posted with a 119.3, that'll be pretty good. It's gone now, okay. Then it comes back, okay. But am I now too low or is it good? Alright, anyway, I should be focusing a bit on what's going on. 15%. Yeah, well, this is I'm pretty decent at math. This is around 15%, so this should be okay. No, is that better? May have been too close to the microphone as well. All right. Yeah, you say this is good until we go on board, and then now I'm not low, not high enough. So it's gonna be tough to balance this, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Right now we're on board with Jake. At least that's what the thing says, so I'm just gonna pretend that that's actually the case. Yeah, not gonna lie, this is all that's loaded, so we can see how long the session is, and but the lap time of someone is gone for now. I can maybe find the one in game. Yeah, we'll just do this for now. Unfortunately, that one didn't show. But yeah, a few issues here and there. Some starting issues with the new overlays. We would have had all these bugs fixed last week. But posted 8 hints loose right now. That's good. As we should really start doing the actual commentary. A few new names as well today. We have Nix Marum. I'm probably gonna butcher half these names. Timo's still in the pits. I believe, which is surprising. Although it seems he's grayed out, so he might have disconnected. See, this is what happens when you're too busy with your overlays and all that fancy schmancy thing to really see what's going on. As around the final turn comes Jake to set his first lap, and he goes into 9th position. I know exactly which overlay we're missing, it's just something I forgot. But if I do that now, it's gonna look like shit, so we're gonna have to do with this. The in-game overlay has to do. But you know, a first test today. As we see a yellow flag. Hit this here, so okay, got you. Gotta show my sponsors, bro. Our wonderful sponsors like Fiverr, where you can make let anything be done for almost no money. Alright, how's that? Is that better? Appreciate the feedback though, guys. We're doing our best. Yeah. We've had a few. Sometimes we have it even bigger than what I had it, but I appreciate the feedback, Bubby. Appreciate it. So hopefully now it's a bit better, as Checo has left the session. That's not ideal. And still J 8/10 down on Crikey. Posted 8/10 loose of J, I mean. Crikey busy with his outlap. Tifo doing another lap, but he did a 121. That's not going to be good enough. Down in 11th position. Vojta improves to 3rd. That is good to see for the AlphaTauri driver. AlphaTauri definitely needing the points, as we are on board with Crikey, also known as I think Russell. I'm not sure if Russell's here, but Russell is a huge fan of this guy, Spurs lad. We know him now as Crikey in Discord, so Crikey, he will be named here as well. And he's had some on and off performances, let's say, but I'm sure that he'll do a good job today, as he's already in P4 and starting his 2nd lap and setting up for his 2nd lap. 8 minutes to go around the fastest track on the calendar. I think the fastest lap in history has been done here by Lewis Hamilton, Sir Lewis Hamilton I should say. And Crikey probably wanting to reenact his Mercedes counterpart through the first sector. Very tricky braking point coming here. Question is, can he find a right braking point a little bit before 100 meters to make sure he can make the apex, trying not to hit the curb, and because it will send you, and that looked pretty smooth. Is now into Lesmo 1 as there's a yellow flag. That's a McLaren off, or just getting some space through Lesmo 2. Good apex early on the throttle. That would have been disallowed in Tier 1, but I'm pretty sure with the track limits as they are in Tier 3, this is allowed. And so we go into probably the trickiest corner. That is another cut, but it's allowed here, a little bit wide, and the rear does want to step out a bit. But a 10th up for Crikey right now, and that is a good start for him. Can we see an improvement from him? Popnier going to P5, and a 5-pit place penalty has been given for a collision with Hyper. That is interesting. That will definitely be looked at the end of the session, as first lap over the line does a 1:20.197, enough to stay P4 in front of Popnier. Not really sure what the penalty was for. Some contact somewhere. And now the most fancy part of this whole thing. Oh no, it's not working. Well, I guess not. Huh? Well, seems like the overlay has stopped working. Wonderful to see that everything is working as intended. Ay, ay, ay. Same up just has crashed again. Well, feel like we should just go back to the thing of the in-game stats, as I'll just make this disappear. If it even listens to me. Alright, back to the actual leaderboard, etc. What a shame, my PC doesn't like this game apparently. But Timo already done, as we saw earlier. He'll definitely tell us after what happened to him. I'm not sure if he was involved in a crash or something, but still unfortunate for him. He's definitely one of the faster, if not the fastest driver here. Although posted right now gives a good case for himself with a 1:19.3. He's 8 tenths loose, 9 tenths loose almost. No, 8 tenths loose. Yeah, posted is doing great. But when I saw his lap time in the Discord, I was already pretty sure he was going to do very well today. I was surprised that he gets a drive in Tier 3, because whenever he finishes a race, he does really well. But it is all about consistency and being able to finish laps as Connor starts his lap. Very stable through the first turn. A little bit of wheel spin, but nothing too bad. Going in P6, wanting to improve. Waiting for one of the more tricky braking points and turning points. Good line there. It's a little bit more safe line. You can cut that corner a little bit, but it does invalidate and sometimes just send you. So it is a risky line to take. This seems a bit more conscious of the bigger picture as he goes into the trickiest corner. Oh, touches the grass a little bit, just like Sergio Perez did earlier today, but he keeps it in a straight line and is on a decent lap here. I think he was green in both sectors, so let's see how he can finish this lap. 120.4, he surely should be able to improve, and if he improves by a tenth or two, he will already gain a few places. The final turn, he comes for his final lap and 1:20.441. 2/1000ths of his own time, not what he wanted. As posted, improves on his lap time again, a 1:19.230. I'm pretty sure I haven't even done that, or I've done that once in the short quali here, so maybe posted coming from my seat in Tier 1 instead. Definitely shouldn't be in tier 3 with this lap time, as he ego retires knowing that, well, he doesn't have enough time to do a lap, but also being almost a second apart from anyone is a good start for him. Not many people out on track. I think a lot of people waiting to go for their next stint. And it'll be very cool if Jay can somewhat contest for the lead. Yeah, whatever, posted. I saw you talking to Discord about your lap time, man. I knew you had this in you. I'm surprised you didn't expect to be a second loose. This is tier 3, but I think 1:19.2 in short quali will be like top 5-ish in tier 1 in short quali. Maybe top 6 or 7. I don't know. I think on 1:19.2 will be pole as well in tier 2. I would be surprised if someone's faster than this in tier 2. But you know, to finish first, you first have to finish, posted, so better focus on that. It's gonna be the most important thing for you to get some points. You definitely deserve it, you just need to finish it. Alright, as chair creak. I'm sorry, I have a very old chair. I'll try not to move, but sometimes it is what it is. As Hyper gets a penalty as well for void. Didn't they have contact before? What are these guys doing? The Haas and the AlphaTauri fighting for track position. Are they both on a lap? They just both started a lap and they're just in the way of each other. And definitely true, the top 8 all within a tenth or 2.5, I think. It's like 2.5 tenths. As Vojta and who's the second guy? RB19? RB19 is trash? I think that's Popmir. That would not surprise me if they're yeah, that's Popmir. Popmir and Vojta getting a little bit scrappy here. And now hindered each other's laps to not be able to improve. Very suspicious behavior from the two of them, both getting a penalty, I'm pretty sure. Stupid, really stupid driving from both, although I'm not sure who instigated it. I guess I was a little bit too late for that. On board here with Jay, who just started his lap. He has the perfect track condition here. I think he's the last one or the second last one to set a lap time. Behind him might be Slicks. Not too sure. A little bit behind on his own lap time in the first sector, but still some crucial corners to go. Not necessarily hunting for posted per se, but wanting to solidify his second position here with the drivers behind not being able to improve so far, as a lot of yellow flags in the first sector. I'm pretty sure that's still the two guys fighting, as there's a purple middle sector here from Jay, who gains a tenth or so in the second sector and now equal to his own time, but that won't be nearly enough to do what he wants to do, which is take pole position. I guess that is a big step to make. No one else really making big steps or any step at all. And around the final corner he goes to set. No improvement. And so Crikey Spurslad takes P2. That is a surprise from the Mercedes driver. Very good by him. A little bit of lack of energy, as there's so little happening and so much happening at the same time. Crikey with a good improvement there, as Jay maybe dropped the ball a little bit. Expected more from him. Low P3 is still a very decent result. Vince with his first appearance, I'm pretty sure fourth. That is a great result by the Haas driver. Vojta P5, but he will lose a bunch of positions with the penalty, as there is Russell, my boy, letting Crikey and Spursled feel the love, as he does take P2. It is 8 tenths to the leader, and I agree with Sybil's post that is not supposed to be here if this is his pace, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. He's not a reserve here. I'm pretty sure he's a full-time driver in Tier 3. But I don't know, man. I've only been here a few weeks. Anyway, a beautiful pole position by Posted, who takes first place. Spurslad, Jay finishing out the top 3, and then Vince taking his first qualifying, finishing in P4. Twifo, good result in P6. Vojta P5, but he will get a penalty. RB19 is trash, I think, also got a penalty. And then the rest a little bit off the pace, although Connor, I guess, was also within that few tenths. Now the question is, do I try to set up the overlays during the loading? It's risky. I think I'll just chill. I'll just keep it. Can't miss the start. Just try to get some fancy overlays here. I'm sure there'll be plenty of times where 1-6. Oh, there's rain! Oh boy! Yikes! That is not what Posted wanted to see, as there is rain here. And being in P1 now is scary. One of the biggest braking points into turn 1 of any track in the calendar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which means if anyone misses their braking point, Posted is fucked, for lack of a better word. As it is the start of the formation lap. Let's quickly see everyone on intermediates. And now the question is, who has the best wet setup, if anyone has a wet setup at all? Oh boy, this will be high feet. I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. Let me quickly see if I can fix the overlay in the meantime. One sec. Alright, let's not fuck around too much. Sim has been launched, but let's fix that in a later moment. As more important is the start, as 5 people got disqualified from the start. That's not what you want to see. Can I get a better view than this? What a terrible view this is. Is there no better view than this? You can't even get the lights and the whole track in one view, in one camera? These are the 2 options I have. This is some bullshit. Anyway, it is a green light, which means we'll be starting soon enough. I'll just go with the onboard so I know when the lights are going out. I have no idea what's going on as we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. So now we've reconnected. Now the lights are coming on. It's 3, 4, 5 lights in Monza, and it's lights out and away we go for this wet weather race, as it's a decent start from the Williams driver and he stays ahead. McLaren of Jay is not away properly, as Spurs lad already under threat of Vince, who's away very well posted, trying to go deep. Everyone goes deep. It's 3, 4, 5 people going wide. Jay getting a penalty, Post getting a penalty that he wanted not to get involved into any drama, but he just cuts the entire corner full throttle, just says fuck it, I'm going away from here, and he takes a 3-second lead, but does dodge any contact in the back. Jay goes wide once again, now going deep twice in a row, both Haas drivers in 3 and 4. Good start from them, as Checo is falling down the positions. Has he spun? Has he had any contact? He has gone around. That is unfortunate, as I think Nameless Gamer is with him down here. I think that's Jake. Timo having a decent start, as Slicks has no front wing, and he's had some collision with Eben 25, the Alfa Romeo driver. That is unfortunate, and no front wing in the rain. That is not what you want. No grip in the first place. A lot of penalties, a lot of people going wide, and a lot of crashes already, as we have a virtual safety car posted now. Happy not that it's a full safety car. He's going to be in trouble if there will be one at some point. Most front wings still here. It's like scrolling through the field to see if everyone has come out unscathed. It seems to be just the Alpine, as Spurs lad all the way down in 10th position behind Hyper. Not sure what happened to him. Into turn 1 there was chaos everywhere, and drivers just going wide and deep just to try and stay out of trouble. But clearly not everyone was able to do so, as Jay got a penalty, Post got a penalty, even got a penalty, and Slicks has no front wing. Excuse me. And Checo also going into the gravel together with Nameless Gamer. Yeah, interesting start. Yellow flag immediately into turn 1 as Slicks does retire. I think that is a bit hasty. I think there was still definitely a race for him, but he lets it go as the Ferrari of Nameless Gamer is wide into turn 1. He now has a big gap to overcome to get back into the race. Posted with the start of his dreams. Aside from the penalty, he is now in P4 after his penalty, but if he has the pace that he had in qualifying, he should be fine. More than fine as he almost loses the rear there. It's gonna be very tricky. Slicks has already left. That's unfortunate. His first race, I believe, not ended the way he wanted to. Just one lap he has driven, but surely he'll do okay next time around if he gives it a go. Don't look at these gaps. I think they're pretty bugged. I don't think Wojciech is 1.5 minutes down already on RB19 is trash, but we never know for sure. I think RB19 is trash is Popmere, who apparently didn't get a penalty in quali together with Wojciech. I thought both of them got penalties, but I guess not, as Jay going wide into turn 1 again. Timo with the fast lap, 129.4. Good lap by him, all the way down in 9th though. And he'll be wanting to do more than that, as he did fight for podiums every time he was here so far. And can people keep it clean? The rain is treacherous, as both Haas drivers are fighting for the final position on the podium, as the Haas driver is trying to keep it around the outside. Vince trying so hard to defend his position for Popmere, as the two drivers are not thinking of the constructors at all. And Popmere in the Popmere in the wall. Did Wojciech hit him again? I think these two hit each other a few times in quali already. Will Popmere immediately try to send on Vince? He has no front wing, or at least some front wing damage. As you see, the end plate on the left side is already broken. These two have hit each other, I think 3 or 4 times at least. One of the Haases and Wojciech have done so. And yeah, that will definitely be investigated after the race, especially when they're crashing so often. That behavior is obviously not tolerated in this league, as Popmere just pretending his front wing is fully undamaged, as he sends it on his teammate into turn 1. Will he be able to slow it down without the front wing? It seems like he is able to, but does he have the grip and the turn to do anything more, as Timo with the fast lap of the race keeps the pace up as Hyper goes into P10 away from Tifo. Vince now on the inside, and he will take back P4. Will Popmere send it immediately again? I hope he doesn't, as he does try to send it late over the curbs, hit his teammate wide. You're playing for the same team, and these guys are just hitting each other all the time. Obviously that was Popmere's fault, not Vince's, as a 5-second penalty for even after his early incident, as Popmere going wide again. The no front wing, or front wing damage rather, not helping his cause. Now, as a commentator, I have to stay relatively unbiased, but this Popmere guy is a joke. That is a joke. The moment I want to tell you guys about the fact that I think this guy is slightly dirty, he just fully cuts the corner, hits his teammate in the rear, and his teammate is out. His teammate is out. He just killed his teammate. He has no front wing. Your teammate is ahead of you. Your teammate is faster than you, and you hit him out the race. Popmere now into the box. Checo gets disqualified. Tier 3 is a joke. Or a large part of it. I love most of you guys, so listen. Timo definitely is gonna have to have a chat with Popmere. That was terrible driver's etiquette, especially after the contact we've seen before already. I'm lost for words. I'm at a loss for words. That is not the kind of driving we want to see. The driving we do want to see. Drivers like Twifo and Crikey had some clean races in the past. There's a full safety car, I think caused by the car of Vince that was parked. Wholeheartedly, I think that behavior such as what Popmere showed just now is at 1 or 2 penalty points is just not enough. This is a league race. This is not an online, just a random online lobby. Now this might cost me my commentator spot because I don't think I'm supposed to be biased like this, but personally I think what he just did is unacceptable driving. And that's that, as Jay has caught up to the back of Posted. Because of the full-on safety car, the real question is now, how will they react to the situation? Ending my own career, yeah, true. Both Posted and Jay having penalties, so Vojta, even with some of the contact, as 3 of them heading into the pits. I guess the rain has stopped, maybe a little bit of a risky call back to Slicks. Spurs lad, no, he speeds in the pit lane and the heart of Russell has broken in 2 as a penalty for Crikey may kill his chances. What the oh, okay. Posted, it looked like his pit stop was bugged, but he is serving his penalty. And comes out in P8 for him on the hard tire. We'll try to finish the race on 13 laps. And a big fight now. Let's see who is on what tire. It's going to be very interesting now. Everyone is boxed for new tires. Popmere to mediums. I doubt they will last that long. J to hards, I think that's a good decision. Vojta going to mediums as well. And then the Assen on softs. Posted on hards, Team on hards, Hyper on mediums. And everyone else also on hards. I think hards is definitely the right call, although it will feel bad at the moment. Even back into the pits again and speeding again for a penalty again. As it is a safety car in this lap, and even now having a drive-through. Ooh. Oh, he came in for his drive-through and sped. Yeah, that's not the vibe, is it? Safety car in this lap, so we will be back to race pace once again as we are following what will be the fight for P1 down here, even now out on his mediums. Who still has to finish his drive-through. Connor can start the race whenever he wants to. He can set the pace on his intermediates, and he's gonna box, so that means that he is probably not gonna fight for points. Twifo will continue, and he starts the race here in the longest, or at least highest speed straight, I believe. Actually, maybe Mexico's higher. I don't know. As on the inside, Jay is already looking for P2, sending it on Unrukbar, who defends but has to go wide, goes deep but remains ahead, and now loses a bunch of places for the illegal overtake that he did. Jay taking P2 already as he tries to defend from this faster mediums of Vojta, who is already in his slipstream, trying to look on the inside, trying to look on the outside, and goes for a move on the inside, but does back out in the last second as there's a yellow flag. I think that's Nameless Gamer off. No, it's Connor off, excuse me, in the first turn, as Even is almost a lap down. That is unfortunate, as Jay now trying to catch Twifo on his intermediate. Twifo trying to defend. I think that was somewhat aggressive defending, but the difference in speed there is just the tires, not necessarily anything malicious by Twifo. Just taking a different line, as there's a Mercedes off, and that is Crikey off. Crikey is out of the race, and another safety car. That might save Twifo from a lot of positions. He will probably be second to last or down in the bottom, but Vojta now, a drive-through penalty for him for speeding under the safety car. What the flying is going on? What are these guys doing? speeding on the safety car, crashing each other out almost purposefully. As into the pits, all the medium runners and interim runners are going. He should have gone in the Aston as well. As another severe collision with Twifo gives a 5-second penalty to Hyper, I believe. And now it is Jay in the lead, but he hasn't served his penalty posted in P2. He is now the new race leader on paper. Mr. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. In P3 on his softs, he will definitely not be able to finish the race on those tires, and if he will, power to him. That's impressive. But some crazy driving here, some conversations need to be had, I think, to fix whatever we've seen so far. But you know, it is tier 3 for a reason. Jay and Post are definitely in a league of their own, although Timo, I think, with the fast lap at the current moment, he seemed to be rapid on the inters. As another penalty for speeding. Holy shit, this guy, I swear to God, I'm not supposed to laugh, I'm so sorry even, but I'm pretty sure you spent every time you've gone to the pits, like every single time he's gone to the pits, he's got a penalty. We've had 2 safety cars and he's still almost lapped down because of it, because he keeps pitting to try and get rid of his penalty, and then he gets another penalty, so he has to pit again to get rid of his penalty. Jesus Christ. And he leaves. Okay, so he went to the pits to retire. That is respectable. I think that makes sense. I guess in the meantime I can try to set up the overlay again just for the fun, the shits and giggles. So one sec. Alright, forgot to turn my mic back on. I was so happy that it worked. Alright. It's mostly working. Another penalty there. That is unfortunate. As we can't see the gap here. I guess one of these guys doesn't have their thing shared, as it is safety car in this lap. As we are on board with Jay, who will be able to set the speed now, and he will have to try and find a win here. Even though he has a 3-second penalty, that will be tough for him to do, but I think he has the opportunity to do it. He has the speed to do it, but he has posted behind him and Timo, 2 very fast drivers for sure. Okay, so we cannot see the gap, but we can see the speeds of the 2 drivers. Will he wait? I think he's gone, and he's gone early. Usually we don't see people go early here because it is a very long straight and the slipstream is very strong, but Jay using a lot of ERS to try and get away. As Posted is already looking on the inside. Will he try to send it late? A decent lunge, no contact made. A little touch maybe by Posted onto Jay, but they come through cleanly as Posted now pushed wide slightly, and he will try to keep it clean as Timo takes P2 from P2 to P4. The little bash from Posted, I think that was, or maybe it was 80. No, not sure there as Jay keeps the lead. Timo tries to keep his nose clean, and Posta takes P2 again. A very good move by him, and now it is the fight for the top 3. Is the top 3 fastest drivers, I believe, so that is definitely the fight. Posted going wide again. He does have some trouble with the track limits. Timo might smell blood here as we go on board with the halo. That is a little bit scuffed, but you know, it is still there, so it looks pretty nice. Going back here as the ERS is empty according to this, I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but trying to stay in the DRS as now there is DRS due to the dry track. We didn't have DRS earlier obviously because of the rain, as Vojtena has a drive-through penalty. Didn't know that, so that's not good for him. As Jay takes the fast lap of the race, a 1:25.451 for McLaren. That is a good result for him as he has to defend maybe against Posted, who is catching up quickly, and it doesn't seem like it's necessary for now. And a good fight this will be for the top 3, as behind we see a crash. Did we see a crash? I think I saw Ferrari off, and it is. I don't know who that was, but one of the Ferraris was spun. I think it was Jake, and he's now down into 9th position as the fight for P3 remains. For P1, I guess, between the top 3 will be the main fight here. Postage, Jay, and Timo all on hards, all close together, and all really fast. And that is going to be our focus of this race, although there is a little bit of a fight behind as well, I think, for P6 with Popner and Twifo. But I think this is more important as Vojta. Oh, it was Vojta who's off, because he's now in 10th. He was in 4th. Oh, a little wiggle there from Posted as he's trying to catch up to Jay. The fastest lap keeps going from person to person. Obviously, the later their lap is, the quicker they have been, as Posted a little bit late on the brakes, and he loses a lot of ground on the driver ahead. And that will probably be the end of his DRS choices, or chances rather, on board now with Timo, who will have DRS on Posted next time around. If he tries to send it, that would be maybe a little bit early. But a very cool fight. Finally, the 3 fastest drivers actually in the front together. It's a shame to see Crikey out. I think that guy definitely had some pace on this track as well. Twifo probably should have been a bit more up than he is right now, but maybe that will come later. Although he is behind Poopmere, so that's gonna be scary as we go to the final sector. And now it is important to stay within that DRS. It seems all of them have stayed within DRS of the driver in front, but Posted is low on ERS. That might hinder his opportunity or his chances. I may have just, I don't know, you can't prove anything. Around the final corner we go. DRS will open up. And now the question is Timo close enough? He's gonna try and send it here on Posted on the inside. Can they keep it clean? He can brake later, but can he make the corner? And he can keep it within bounds, and that is a great move by Timo. Into P2 he goes. Fastest lap of the race for Twifo as he takes P5. And where did Poopmer go? He's down in 7th now, so I guess he lost a few positions. That is unfortunate, as now the top 3 separated by less than, it must be half a second. A little bit of a wiggle there from Timo. Posted wants to take a look on the inside, but can't quite make it stick. There has to look on the outside, but there's no space here in Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to lose anything. We're good. As we go to the final sector, once again, Timo looking inside outside with the DRS, tries to have a look on the outside of Jay. Can Jay defend? And he can for now. Posted having a look on the inside. They're trying not to come together. Posted has to clip the has to take the inside, but it doesn't quite keep the position. He has to give that away probably. He has to cut the corner to stay ahead. That's probably not good enough. As I look into the chat and see the word clip and I just fully fuck up my commentary. Around the final corner we go as Timo once again has the DRS open on posted, and he will go around the outside and take P2 once again. Can he stay ahead as well? The answer is yes. Posted has a little bit of a look and he taps Timo wide. That won't be appreciated by the new manager and the old manager, but trying to keep it respectful as Posted will stay ahead. He might be in a little bit of trouble. First cutting a corner and staying ahead, and then just fully tapping Timo wide, as Timo's tires do seem to go off slightly, and Jay is using this fact to try and drive away, but he still has the issue of his 3-second penalty. That won't be very handy for him, as maybe we should have a look a bit further down. Further down the other way, obviously. North Bar didn't expect to see him rather around P6, but good for him so far. If he can keep it clean, that'd be solid points for Ferrari, which they definitely need. They cut Ascaria like it's not even there, bro. It's because it's tier 3, so it's allowed. As Jake is out, he has crashed in Lesmo 2, but yeah, there's a few tracks I think you need strict on. I think Imola as well was a bit iffy because they just cut the entire chicane, but it is what it is. As Posted stays ahead of Timo for now, and Twifo trying to join the fray. Holy shit, my screen is having a fucking meltdown. Hello? Is this just my screen or can you see this as well? What the flying? Holy shit. Alright. Never mind. We're back. We're back. I don't know what the fuck that was, but Jake is out and he caused the entire screen to fuck up. As there's a yellow flag. I think that's a Haas off. It is Popmere off again, and he crashed this time alone, and in this lonesome he does crash out and takes no points home, I believe. Maybe he does keep it for now, and I'm not sure. Post now taking the lead away from Jay, who loses the lead for the first time. Surprised that Popmere, after all that shit, just crashes himself out. There's some poetic justice there, but anyway, 5 more laps to go as we go around the final corner. It is a very close top 3, but it is still a penalty for Jay looming over him. It is a 3 wide here in Monza, but it is Timo who will take the lead for now, and a beautiful move by him. Can they keep it clean? These 3 drivers have been so good so far. I think a few small taps here and there and a few cuts here and there, but overall clean driving from the 3. That shows why they're in a league of their own, although Twifo definitely catching up. He has been having a good race as well down in P4, up in P4 rather, let's say, as Posted gets it all wrong here, and that might kill his chances of a top 2 spot, although I guess with Jay's penalty he is still in second. But that might guarantee Timo winning the race. And I don't even think Timo has an official spot anymore. He has given his Haas seat away. Although I swear to God, man, maybe you should take it back. Vince definitely deserves a seat. I think he drove an excellent race until he got taken out by Popmere. But yeah, maybe you should take the other seat back. Anyway. Back on board with Twifo, who has caught up with his teammate. And now the question is, can he fight for a podium? He is reaching that gap. I think it is 2.5 seconds as Jay takes the lead from Timo. And he will keep that for now. No ERS from him anymore as Twifo stays in P4 for now, but is catching quickly. And he is within the 3 seconds of Jay for now, although it is close. It's going to be interesting to see what the top 3 will be. Jay definitely going to lose P2, but can he drive away from P3 and P4 to keep his podium for now, as Vojta shows why you never DNF manually. We saw Slicks after his lap 1 crash immediately. Oh, is it just Tifo? Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I just... I appreciate it though. Thank you. Anyway, what I was saying. Vojta showing why you never manual DNF. We saw Slicks having a crash in lap 1, losing his front wing, driving into the pits and immediately DNFing. And I said it might be a bit early, and then we had 2 safety cars. Meanwhile, Vojta has been crashed out like 17 times, been in last for a while, but here we are, and he's still in P7. That is still good points for AlphaTauri. And Unrugbar showing that, you know, he definitely wasn't on the pace of the top 5, but oh, good catch by Eastgroove, as Timo has had a moment and he's lost his wing. Loses the race. Oh my goodness, that is a commentary L where Timo just fully bins it, has to pit for a new wing, or he just pits for soft, so he takes the fastest lap. That is a big L by me. Apologies for that, as we see Posted's beautiful lines through turn 3 and 4. Unfucking believable to see some of these lines, but you know, it is a fast way around the track. I gotta give him that. Let's see how he takes. Let's see how he does Ascari here. If he has stream on, he will be very gentle now. Let's see. What do you expect, Eastgroove? Eastgroove. Oh, he's being good. Look at him. Alright, anyway, back on board with Jay, now almost in the lead with a 2.2 second lead. He needs 8 more tenths in 1 lap to take P1. Can he do it? The final lap will start here as Tifo is trying to catch Posted. It's gonna take some time for me to not mispronounce his name. 1 second away from Posted. The final lap has started for him as well, but he'll be happy with the podium regardless. That is a solid result regardless, even though he is looking at almost P2. P3 would be a great result by him, even though it's not from McLaren. He'll be glad to take that. And the Aston Martin driver has been a little bit off the radar today, but sometimes that's all you need to have a good result. Unlike Bar, same story. Not the pace, but you don't need it. Just keep it clean and get them to P5, as Vojta has had another skill issue into turn 1. That might give Timo some chances as he starts his final lap, and will try and take the fastest lap as well. I'm sure that he will be able to do that. It doesn't seem like Jay is going to drive away just far enough, as Tifo has also given up his fight for P2, and that means that I've missed all the action that there was. I wish I caught Timo's crash, but was too invested in my own story. It is what it is, as around the final corner goes JLSE to win on track, but he will have to settle for P2 as Posted comes around to win the Monza Grand Prix. Beautiful 180 by Tifo. The Aston takes P4. Unrukbar gets another penalty for not serving one. Vojta will be happy it's over. Definitely had some chance for a good result. Had some incidents with Popmir and I think also with Vince in quali. And he will settle for P6 as Timo around the final corner. Can he take the fastest lap? ERS has been drained, and he does take the fast lap. He'll be very upset with his result, but he'll have to settle for 7th, and that is 7 finishers in a race where we had the most starters, I think, in the entire season so far. It's been kind of an L from me as a commentator. It's been kind of an L for half the grid, but you know, we live and we learn. Apologies. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Regardless, some incidents gonna have to be reported to the stewards. I think a lot of discussion has to be had about some drivers, about some incidents. But a very good result by Williams. A 1-3 for them. And we'll see them fight for the top step of the constructors after Haas now lost both of his great drivers and now having to settle with Popmir and Vince, who had a great race until he got taken out. But that's enough rambling for me. It is Posta taking the win in front of Jay, who has to settle for a second place once again. Tifo takes P3, that's a great result for him. Yasin takes P4, Unrukbar with a solid P5, Ferrari finally getting some decent points as Vojta has to settle for 6th after he got involved in a bunch of crashes. Timo P7 had a skill issue or got crashed out. We haven't yet to find out because I was distracted. Anyway, that is all the finishers for today. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you tune in tomorrow for Tier 2.